Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
I'm in my bedroom and we're actually doing a video. So this is super scare, but Elle's sick. So of course I have a sick child and I'm tired of hearing it. So I'm not even going to talk about it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm looking out for all of our listeners right now. Chantel, did you see what launched yesterday?
I did. Wasn't it? Was it this morning or yesterday?
It was last night.
Oh, yes, I did. I saw it this morning.
I actually texted you because I was like, hey, did you see this? Where are you? And you were just like not answering.
This week has been a shit show for me. It's only been Tuesday. So like I got a new car, which was like I hate dealing with car stuff. And I had to take our grandma to the doctors. It's just been crazy. I've been driving back and forth everywhere. So like I have not been on my phone at all.
That was nice of you.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I saw this and like, I thought like, okay, like let's not be hater right away, like let's just see what this
Yeah.
is. And like her photo shoot was really cute. Like I'll give her okay, we're talking about the sprinkles by MG. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I don't even know what it's called.
I
Melissa
think it's
came
called
out. She launched a cookie line, Sprinkle Cookies, which is kind of crazy because it's December 10th and she launched it. Like I would have launched it before Thanksgiving, but
yeah.
she launched it like almost 2 weeks into December.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, like let me just see this like
Water.
if I was like, not like such a hater, but and I was like maybe they'd be good, like maybe they actually be good, but it's like you guys come on, like why is she reaching so much? And it's like 12 years later, she's now coming out with this. Like this would have been like amazing to have done, even 5 years ago, 10 years ago, So it's like the fact that you're coming out with it now is just like, oh my God, here we go.
Ay, por favor.
Yeah.
I
It's like
think it would be, I think it's great like when they start businesses. Okay. So we don't want to knock someone down when they start a business,
But
but
is
I
this a
don't
business?
know.
Like, is she even making them? Like, how is this a business? Like, you're just taking something someone else said and like it's like kind of like just slapping your name on it. But like, are you making these
Yeah.
cookies? Like, how is this a business?
And I think one of the worst things you could do is make hard cookies and sell them for that expensive. I feel like you need a soft chew, and her sprinkle cookies are a hard chew.
Well, you know
Eh,
what? You might not be the majority. Like, a lot of people like hard cookies.
oh my gosh, for
I know.
$30 for 12 of them?
Well, for 30. You guys, it's funny. We have this friend, okay? He's obsessed with Melissa and he like texted our chat, was like, you guys better
Yeah.
buy me these cookies. And we're like, and I was like, you know what I can do? I was like, I'm gonna buy you these cookies and I'm gonna buy 2 other sprinkle cookies, and then we're gonna do like a blind test on him and say which one's your favorite. And I really want to see because like I don't want like I don't want to be total haters. What if they're really good? Like you guys let us know if someone buys them. I doubt any of our listeners are gonna buy, $30 cookies for 12 of them. But maybe I will. And like let's see if he picks the right one.
I feel like he would intentionally say the one that tastes gross, like the one that doesn't taste as good, he would go and say that,
Because
um,
he would think that might be Melissa's, you're
oh,
saying?
he would pick it on purpose
Yeah.
just to clown on us. But yeah, I mean, I just think it's so embarrassing that at this point she's doing that. I think it would be like if it was within the first 5 years, that's one thing. But I mean, it's 13 years later. If you go look, every single article that was written about this talks about the scene, and the scene was Teresa talking about it. All Melissa did was pick up cookies. All we know is Joe when because sometimes like my husband, whenever we go to his grandma's, we always have to bring dessert. So my husband will go pick a cake or something. So all we know is that Joe went in Whole Foods or something and grabbed a cake. Like all she did was bring cookies. Teresa made Sprinkle Cookie Gate a thing.
Mhm.
So it's so awkward that you would then go and launch something 13 years later. It's like, damn, you're scared. You are so scared that you're about to lose your job.
Oh yeah.
And yeah. And I also think it's interesting, Chantel, because so we always talk about how she bought followers. And I'm sorry, like if you guys get irritated, I just think it's so ugly of someone to buy followers because it takes so much time to build a following. And so she buys followers. She made an Instagram page.
Or I will say, okay, like let's say back in the day, it was like a thing, maybe like people would buy it wasn't like so much frowned upon maybe. So it's like just admit it. We just say admit it, and then everyone will shut up about it.
As if
Yeah.
she would never. So she bought Instagram followers for her Envy boutique. She has like 270,000. It like started with 100,000. And if you look at the like engagement. It's obviously not there. It doesn't match up, nothing. So with her podcast, everyone said she was going to buy followers, and she's been kind of, not really touching it, which I was really proud of her. But then I think because this is like her business, she wants to make it look successful. So immediately within a couple hours, she got 5,000 followers. And I'm just not buying that she's had her podcast page for 6 months. And she shares a collab with her podcast page for every single post. And she only is at 9,000 followers. But this one overnight gets 5,000 followers. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I guess let's keep an eye on it for sure. I don't think it's impossible, but let's see.
Yeah.
Because like I would be someone to want to follow like the sprinkle page more than
The
like
podcast
the
page?
podcast page sometimes,
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's like something new, it's something interesting. You kind of want to see what's it about. So you might just hit follow real quick, but yeah.
So I thought the best part about this whole launch was usually Teresa stays silent. Obviously, she catches wind that these sprinkle cookies are coming out, and now all the scenes of Teresa talking about it is everywhere. And Teresa just ends up tweeting, "You're welcome." And I thought it was like the most subtle, brilliant thing that she could have ever done, because you're not saying too much, and she could even spin it in a way where she's like, I wasn't talking about that. But I just thought this is what makes her so iconic, because anything that Melissa has done has always had
Then
Teresa in it.
it's
Like
always
the
been on the back
articles, it
of
always has
Teresa.
been.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and listen, like if she had done this within the first couple of years, I don't think we would have room to talk shit. But I think because it's been so long, it's just like really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is good timing. It was really cute photo shoot. It's like, but like, let's see, like, let's really see what happens. I want to see if this is around next year.
Well, you know how Melissa and Joe have said, oh, we put food on Teresa's family's table. It's, again, another clear as day that Teresa has put food on her table. And I think Teresa or Melissa's probably dying that Teresa made a response, because now the moment is definitely on Teresa, because everyone's just talking about her saying, "You're welcome."
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what's also weird is it made me realize that Melissa really doesn't have any memorable moments.
Never. It never landed 100%. She's never
What was
like,
that thing that she like wore a sweater and
oh my God. Oh my God. Oh
and
my
she
God.
it was like, I'm putting my lip gloss on, and she stamped that all over her sweater, and then that stopped immediately.
Yeah, it was something like really weird.
I
It was
feel like
like
this is
something,
making me look so light. Oh gosh.
no,
Now I'm dark. Okay, go ahead.
it was something I forgot, but it was something very weird that it was like, it didn't land at all. I'm sure we
Yeah.
can find it. Like part of her merch line.
I don't know. Yeah, it was the blue sweater thing, and it was just
Yeah.
so scary. Um, so how did you yeah, you guys, that's all I guess that I have to say about that. I'm kind of embarrassed for her.
I'm
How
really
did you
curious to see how it's gonna go.
I mean, no matter what, just like with Envy, Chantel, she always makes it like all her businesses are super successful. So that's exactly what she's gonna do here. She's gonna make it like it's very successful. By the way, I went on TikTok and I did an actual take earlier today of the Melissa stuff. TikTok account, Hot Bravo Takes, really influenced me to do it. And I was like, you know what? We have so much knowledge about all this stuff. Like, we need to start being active on TikTok too and sharing our knowledge. So I just posted a video. So you guys check it out.
I knew
So
something was sus. I knew something was sus when you're like, let's do a video tonight. I'm like, does she look cute today? And then like you
no, but I
probably
don't, like,
got
my
ready.
hair's not done, but I
Yeah.
was like, since I still, because I did the video around 7 o'clock, but I swear, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna wash my makeup off like weekend, but it doesn't even show that I'm wearing makeup. I look like a white ghost right now. It's very
Is
scary.
your room light not on?
No, it's yeah, I have like the worst light in my bedroom,
Oh
the
yeah, that's
worst, and
why.
one's dead. So yeah, it's just like a freaking lamp thingy.
Yeah.
So what did we think about Beverly Hills?
I liked it. I mean, it was nice. It's like I don't get bored watching it, so I think that's a win always.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Um, I just like don't understand how people like Sutton, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Please, I'm so sorry. Don't come for me. But like I don't like watching her. I just don't.
It was crazy because I was gonna say like I feel like this is the third season of us watching her date and try to date and all these things. She's gonna even she's the one that's gonna be on the other show or no? the like Bravo single show? Was she on that with
I
like
think so, she was,
Luann
yeah.
and yeah. Well, like it's like, oh my God, but it was funny today to see how she like had a crush on the chef, and then like how all the girls really like rallied. And I'm like that, like, cause like that's what you do as a girl's girl, you know? And like they all did something slowly to get his attention for her. And like I thought that was funny and cute.
Yeah. But
No, I
I don't
agree.
know,
Like
am I missing something? I don't get it.
no, you're not. You're
Especially
not.
at the end, I was so mad, you guys. I was so annoyed. I'm like, I don't get this at all. I really don't.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Um, so when we went on Carlos King's podcast, we said that Kyle never valued Dorit's friendship. And then, Teddy kind of came out. We kind of spoke on this. She comes out and she says in an article that she's never heard Dorit's name ever be discussed when they're not filming the show, which kind of validates what Chantal and I were saying. They were never really friends. So to watch their friendship and, Kyle and her talk about it, I'm like, I don't know. I just thought about like, okay, you're disconnected from her. Like Kyle's so disconnected from Dorit, and Dorit is not disconnected from her at all. But I think Dorit saw the light. So she's kind of like, fuck you now. I don't even care. You used me and it was for convenience. And now I don't give a shit about you.
Yeah. And I think like the best, I mean, she was so activated. So like she had her, like she was clear, like her whole like mindset was clear. So even when Kyle's like, I've been going through a lot and like went crazy, and she's like, and that's why I've given you time. She's like, I've literally given you so much time, the last 2 years to not say anything, to shut my mouth, to let things slide. And like now I'm not. And like
Yeah.
Kyle was like, oh my God.
Well, I was going to say, so PK and Mauricio getting close is expected, but I do feel like PK saw Mauricio's life single and kind of was like, you know what? I'm not happy as is. I'm seeing my friend. And it kind of influenced him to also be like, I'm over this relationship.
Enough with these friendships, like seeing like someone getting divorced, and
I
then like
know.
they do it like, because we were saying like maybe Teddy saw that with Kyle, and like you've said before Vicky has saw that with Tamra. It's like, if one of my friends get divorced, I'm gonna make my husband go away.
But I do think it does influence a decision,
No,
especially if you're
I
not happy. If you're
for
already not
sure.
happy, you're like, I don't even care to work on this. I mean, I have friends who are going through what I'm going through, so I'll have someone. But like when you're surrounded by people who are all together and all dating, you're not going to feel the same type of way. You're going to be like, everyone around me is still together. I want to work on my marriage. And I don't know. I just feel like that does influence it, especially in the situation that they're in. They're all successful. They have money. I mean, Mauricio does. I don't know if PK does, but Mauricio does. And I don't know. I do feel like that kind of influences a decision.
For sure. And like look how they're hanging out and like having so much fun together.
Yeah. Yeah, especially now that it's official and out there. It's
Yeah.
so crazy. Uh, so I was gonna also say, I do feel like Garcelle's storyline has been, oh, I'm figuring out me. This whole like since she's joined the show, it's always been like, my boys are getting older, they're with their dad a lot. I'm figuring out me. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like that's always been her storyline. I'm like, that's not a fucking storyline anymore. What else do you need to figure out? Like,
Yeah.
what do you need to
I'd
figure
rather
out?
see like more of her like her career stuff. Like I'd be more interested in that, because like sometimes behind the scenes of those things, because she's very successful, she does very well for herself. Like let's see that part of it then more.
I don't think there's anything to show, Chantel. I mean, we've even seen that before too. So it's
I'm
like,
just saying, like, how many times, like, if you're not going to show us more about what figuring yourself out means, like, then what are we seeing?
yeah. I don't, again, I'm sorry guys, unpopular opinion. I just don't get the Garcelle hype. And I just feel like no. And then even towards the end of this episode, I get so mad because I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. But with
Like,
Garcelle,
I will say, because like last week, or I think when we were on Carlos King, we had saw the scene of Garcelle butting into their conversation, like Kyle's and Dorit's, at the dinner, and then but like before that happened, Sutton butts in first, but I felt like Sutton was more neutral, like in her argument, like she was trying to like she wasn't just gunning for one of them, even though she's kind of closer to Kyle than she is to Dorit. She wasn't like gunning for one of them, but then like when Garcelle did it, it was just like you knew where she's standing. Like made everything awkward for everyone else.
yeah. I agree with that though too, because I
Yeah.
feel like when Sutton was doing it, she was trying to find a common ground and be neutral. And I did not see that at all with Garcelle. Garcelle is targeting Dorit at this point.
Yeah.
She's back at Dorit and she's like, I don't have a storyline. This is going to be my storyline. I'm going to come for Dorit. And I'm just like, I don't know. Also, did Kyle lie to us? Because she says that Morgan and her aren't together. She says, like this was hard on Morgan, but then 2 days ago she was spotted with Lisa Rinna and Morgan
I don't know.
out
I
to
think they're
lunch.
just I mean, were there paparazzi photos of them, like, being close?
Yeah, they were all
Oh.
together. I mean, what do you mean being
Like,
close?
no, I'm, like,
Making out
holding
and
hands or something.
paparazzi?
Yeah, like, holding hands or something.
No,
But
I
we
mean,
saw a lot of those before, so
no, it was just like them 3 hanging out, but it's like, I don't know, I just hope like Kyle's not hiding that part of her life. I understand why she would, because it's so new and it's different for her and it's uncomfortable. And then like she has older daughters, so she doesn't want her daughters to see that because she's still trying to figure it out. But it's also like,
we'll
ye
just say that then. Like, say, "I'm not gonna show that part of my life.
yeah.
I want this private. I'm still trying to figure it out." That's it. I mean, and I feel like a lot of people would understand and back off.
I do think the viewers would go crazy if she did say that though.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's like a
But right
lose-lose
now
situation.
but, like, right now, it makes it seem like she's not in her life anymore, and, like, they went so, like it was, like, too much for Morgan, and, like, it seems like they're not even at that point anymore right now what we're watching, so it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, PK is so dirty for reaching out to Kyle. But even if Kyle and Dorit aren't good, instead of Kyle telling Garcelle, I do think she should be like to Dorit in an unproblematic way. Just so you know, like I've been having conversations with PK, just because we're all, we were all close. I just want to make sure that you're aware of it. And for her to go and tell Garcelle, I mean, again, if roles were reversed, that would not be good. So I was really uncomfortable with that situation. I'm not feeling that situation at all. That would
I mean,
really
Garcelle was uncomfortable.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
She
like,
was
she's like,
not feeling it
"What?"
either. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I hope Kyle's telling Dorit these things not on camera then, because, like, if she's not, and, like, this is how Dorit is finding out, I would feel so betrayed, so betrayed.
Yeah. So there's a scene where they take a photo of Bose and Bose says she's going to send that photo to her man. And it was just like it was not a selfie, but they just took a photo of her by herself. Do you send photos when you're away?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I think if it's, like, cute, like I always do, like, if I'm in a cute restaurant and I look cute, I'll take like, a solo photo and I'll send it.
Like a selfie or like a photo like Bose had?
No, like a photo like Bose had.
Oh, wow. It's a little
Like,
scare.
let me show you one recently from Miami.
I don't do that, no, but I'm also, like, never away from my
Like, yeah,
husband.
where are you at? Where are you at
Yeah,
for me to
like,
take a photo
do
of
I do
you?
that? I don't know, maybe I did when we were dating, but, like, when do I don't go away from that man, so I don't know.
Like, our husbands are out tonight, like, they're doing, like, boys' night, and, like, it's so funny because one of my other cousins was like, "Why didn't we all just hang out?" And I'm like, "No, I'm so happy, like, right now that."
I know, I was not in the mood to leave the house anyways, as
You
expected, but
know.
I forgot that he was, going, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, dude," I was like, "I have so much to do still, and you're
Like, look at
leaving."
this photo.
Oh, okay, that's cute though. Like, who took that photo?
My friends.
Oh my gosh, that's so awkward. I feel like I would cry
Mhm.
if someone took a photo of me by myself. I'd be like, "How do I pose? Do I look stupid?"
Oh, yeah, well, like, I'm the one that told them, like, "Hey, take a photo of me while I'm sitting down." Like, I saw the scenery, we were in Miami, and I was like, "Take a photo."
I'm dying. Okay, so you
And you guys.
definitely do.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I wondered if other people did or not because but again, I'm never if anyone can relate, I don't really leave. I don't go anywhere. I did tell my husband, I was like, I want to go on a girls trip. Like I want to do something like that. Not with you though.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
because I feel like you wouldn't want to.
I
But
mean, it depends on the type of trip.
yeah, and so like I only like tropical. So like I talked to my friends who I've been friends with at work for like ever. And I talk to them every day. And I was like, we should all go do it. But one of them's pregnant. So
But
I'm
that's, like,
like,
perfect for a pregnant person, like, you can lay on the beach
I
and just
know.
drink and
Yeah.
eat. Like, not drink, but, like, you can drink mojito like, virgin stuff and just eat.
Yeah. I went on my baby moon when I was pregnant to Nashville. And it was the best thing ever because all I did was eat. And I didn't care if I was bloated because I was like 7 months pregnant. And I
And it
loved
was your
it.
first pregnancy, so, like, you really, like, didn't care.
Yeah. Oh, did I gain the most weight with Charlie?
Mhm.
Yeah, I gained like 60 pounds. Was it 60 pounds? Yeah.
I don't know, but that's everyone, like, or you didn't even go on a baby moon for the rest of them, like, I feel like no one does, I feel like everyone just does it for their first, right?
Yeah. And I got pregnant right away. I think I've said this. I got pregnant like 2 months. after, and then I miscarried at like 10 weeks, and then I literally got pregnant 2 weeks after that, which is so crazy. We were on a mission. We thought we had Charlie, and she was like the best little baby, best everything. We said we're gonna have another one just like that.
And
And
then Sloan
there's
came.
always that one. There's always that one.
But
So
Sloan was a good baby, so
she slept a lot, which was helpful.
mhm,
That's always helpful. That was nice. And she was very like independent with sleeping. Whereas in
mhm.
Charlie, we're like, oh my God, she made a noise. We need to pick her up. And that's like the worst thing you could possibly do. So, and now Jack is getting out of his crib in the nighttime and coming in my bed. And I'm like, I cannot do this. I just cannot do this. It's,
Monkey see, monkey do.
I know. Yeah, I'm sure he sees the other ones do that. And he's
Mhm.
like, my turn. Ugh, it's so annoying. But
At some point, they're not gonna want to, so
yeah, I just need to sleep good, you know? I'm tired of this. Um, but back to Beverly Hills. So Garcelle was really coming in hot for Dorit, but I feel as though Chantal, it's falling flat. I mean, in Garcelle's eyes, last season Dorit was not popular. Garcelle was the fan favorite. So I think what happened was Garcelle was like, I'm going to come into this. She thought it was a smart idea that she's going to constantly be calling out Dorit or be bothered by everything that Dorit does. And she knows that the audience doesn't care for Dorit very much. So they'll agree with her. But I think that's when you lose the audience.
yep.
And I think it was nice of Dorit when they talk about the whole Teddy situation where, oh, you're fake because you went and you reposted a photo that Teddy tagged you in. And I'm like, wait, what's the problem here? Because Teddy tagged her. If she did not repost it, you guys would all be like, that's so mean. You're so rude to Teddy. You guys are still, maybe you're not as close, but you guys are neutral. Like, why would you not? If now Dorit went out of her way to go and tag herself or repost that photo and she wasn't tagged, then yeah, I see why that's weird. But I don't think Teddy reposting it was weird at all. And again, they're like trying to reach, which is gonna, I don't know, churn on them. We're all gonna end up liking Dorit. So I don't know why
Yeah,
they're doing that.
I thought so too, and it was funny because, like, Dorit was like, "I didn't say that she wasn't my friend," and, like, they literally showed the flashback of her not saying she literally says, like, "I'm just not that close with her," and she literally whatever Dorit said that she said was the truth, and they all, like, heard her wrong and all thought she said something different, and so, like, I agree,
They
like, I don't
wanted
think
her to say something different so that they
yeah,
had something to call her out
yeah,
on. That's
and I
that's what
agree.
it was.
I agree, I feel like she didn't that'd be weird if she didn't repost it.
Yeah.
But, like, I think where Dorit kinda went a little off was when she's like, "I did it because I wanted to promote her dad," you know? And even though Kyle's silly, because Kyle's like, "Do you think her dad needs, people to know?" Yeah, because I don't know who he is, and I would never follow her dad, so I follow Dorit, and if Dorit posted, maybe I would see something, you know?
Yeah.
But I think Dorit should have just said, "Listen, Teddy is my friend. Teddy tagged me. I wanted to repost it. That's it."
Yeah, or yeah, I would be like, I would think it's rude if I didn't repost it.
Yeah.
So that's why I did repost it. Cause
Mhm.
I think that's rude if you don't repost it. If like someone in your circle, I mean, I know of her, that's Kyle's friend. Of course I would. And I died though when Garcelle was like, oh, Teddy's gonna absolutely love the fact that
Oh
we're
my
all
god.
talking about her.
I love that. I literally wrote it down and I was like, that's the one thing that I can like agree on.
I
It was
know.
so funny. Like
I know.
that
I thought that
landed
was
for
so
sure.
funny that she said that because see, and then Garcelle is so aware that the audience absolutely cannot stand Teddy. So it's
Mhm.
like, I don't know.
And or that Teddy loves when people talk about her.
Yeah, which is so scary because like when I think about Teddy and even like writing articles for All About TRH, there is a lot of stuff about Teddy that's going on and I'm like the fact that there's so much and that she's so out there right now and I know we talked about this is so weird to me because I know everyone handles situations differently, but I would just be handling it so different and I just wouldn't want to be out there and be all happy and giddy. I don't know.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
everyone again, they all handle things differently. So when Sutton was reading a letter about sisterhood and Erica is like, are we in cheer camp? And Bose was so scared. I actually thought that was so freaking funny because I was like, what is Sutton doing right now?
And also, like, because she was right next to Kathy. So if you pay attention to Kathy, Kathy was like all of us when we're trying to pay attention in church. She's like, like being
Mhm.
like so like just like proper, even though she was not listening to anything Son was saying, because if she was, she'd probably be giving like weird looks, but she was being so proper. It was so funny.
What'd you think about Kathy this episode?
She's just Kathy. She's funny.
Kathy is Kathy. I
Yeah.
love it though. I
Yeah.
feel like
No,
it's like we
I
need
always
that
think we need
comedic relief. What is it?
yeah.
Relief? Yeah.
Yeah, we
Release.
need like
Oh,
a
God.
sprinkle of someone like so like chaotic.
Yeah. Um, And so at the end in the limo, I was kind of confused about this scene. Were you, or am I stupid? I don't know.
No, I think Dorit was a problem. She wasn't listening. Like she didn't understand that, that son came in to actually have her back. Like she kind of wanted to call out Erica and Kyle talking behind Dorit. And she was trying to say, like, the whole point of my speech last night was so that we don't, snicker behind each other's back and we just are open. And, Dorit just kind of took it that, like, they were talking about the whole Teddy thing again. And she wasn't like really listening to what Sutton was trying to say.
But then again, everyone like hopped on the bandwagon of like, oh, perfect. There's one person coming for Dorit. Now Dorit might have not responded well. And I just think Dorit is like, I don't give a shit anymore. So, just shut up. It was so awkward though when Dorit was trying to get off of the limo or whatever that was. And then Sutton was like, get out. I don't even know. There was such like a weird scene between Dorit and Sutton at the end. And I was like, what just happened? That's so scary.
No, so awkward. So awkward for all of them.
So I wanted to talk about, but yeah, that's really it for Beverly Hills. I still found it to be a great episode, just nothing like crazy happened. I wanted to talk about real quick the documentary. No, not the documentary, but the thing that's going to become a documentary. All the stuff that's going on with Luigi. Have you seen it?
Well, I know what's been happening, but I don't know who this guy is. Like, why it's such a big deal. Like, this is why I love documentaries, because like you always watch it like real time, like all the facts before and everything, and then so when you watch it, you're like, oh yeah. But like when I watch it, it's like all new to me. Like obviously, I know that he's the one that got arrested, right? Or is he the one?
Yeah.
And he was convicted of the UnitedHealthcare.
Yeah, he basically he shot the CEO and then just walked away and got caught a couple days later. It's so interesting because
is it for sure, like, is this the person, or people are thinking it's suspect?
No, they're confirming that it's the person,
Okay.
but social media thinks it's not. And I actually did put a photo on Patreon of like a comparison because I was like, does that even look like the same person? Because it doesn't, of his face when he did the shooting. But apparently he had like a really bad back issue, they're saying, and he had a crazy surgery and he was like on a lot of narcotics and stuff. And I guess on one of the social media, the picture of his back, the x-ray is the background of it and stuff. And I was watching a TikTok and the guy was a doctor and he was like, there was so much shit in there. In the x-ray, like there was so much shit. And he's like, and the reason there was probably so much shit is because he was like, when you take so many pills because of the pain, you're so backed up and constipated.
Oh,
And
like so much shit, like actual like feces.
yeah, like poop.
Oh, yeah.
So poop. They said there's so much poop inside, and that's all you could see in the photo. And they also noticed that when they arrested him, the mugshot, you see his pants. I don't know why it's like a full body mugshot, and there's like pee all over him. So another thing the doctor said is when you have issues like on your back and stuff, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Like you need to go. But a lot of people who were former judges or former prosecutors are coming out and they're like, this doesn't seem right. Like this guy might not be the guy who did it. And they, and I think he today had like a court hearing and he said something about something being unjust and all that. And I just, it's so crazy. It's so interesting. I cannot wait for a documentary to come out. We also heard about Jay-Z.
Oh, I did hear about the Jay-Z stuff.
Yeah. And that is wild. And I don't know. I don't know if Jay-Z did that, but all I know is there's for sure some truth to Jay-Z doing some messy ass things. And it's like, I'm just waiting for all of it to come out. I mean, we've heard the calls of Diddy with his son telling him to delete files and documents and things of that sort. So I'm just wondering what is going to happen with all of this stuff.
Oh, for sure. I was like trying to find this like one comment that I read about the Luigi and then the CEO case, because like it is so scary, because like this guy is like the CEO of healthcare, and it was like this long comment, like I swear it had like over like 60,000 likes on it, which is crazy. But it was basically saying like this guy, like this CEO, like I don't know his character, so like I'm just reading what this comment said, but it was like this guy like like this company and this guy constantly like did stuff to screw people over. They actually had
Yeah, I
problems.
mean,
They actually I
healthcare in
know, and it's
America.
so sad, and it's like, but that's so scary too. That like, it's like you're working for this company, trying to make the company money, and like who knows what you have to do for like these people. It's like money is so corrupt, and money really is the root of all
The
evil. And like, look
government
what
is so
happened.
corrupt.
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
wonder if healthcare is like this, or is it bad? And I've heard it's not, but is it as bad in other countries? So we have a
No,
lot of people
because
who
yeah, because like for instance, like let's say Canada, like Canada gets free healthcare for everybody, but then the one thing that does happen is that everything is so backed up. So like people who do have money have to come down probably to the United States and just pay for it because like all the doctors are just all backed up in Canada because everyone can go and get whatever they want.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's such a shitty situation.
Yeah.
It's a little interesting because people are idolizing him right now. Like all over social media, people are idolizing this person and saying, yeah, like you guys fuck with so many people.
Yeah.
But then
That's what I saw, but
and well,
that doesn't mean again you don't get to kill you're not God. You don't get to kill somebody
right.
and like end their life, but
Well, I saw another take where someone was like, okay, you may do that to the person on top, but then another person comes on top and takes over, and then another person. So it's like, what is this cycle? You're going to be just like killing anyone who takes
yeah.
over those type of
Yeah,
roles,
no, that's silly.
But I think that is, it should be a reality check to whoever the hell controls this stuff to.
What happened was, which is something that I saw too, is that so many CEOs on LinkedIn took down their titles on LinkedIn. So like, cause like they're scared, like they're scared. Like it's like, it's like, that's like it's not a great label to have right now. Like, maybe people are like, F this shit. It's like, you never know. People are crazy. So it's like, okay, let's protect
What's
myself.
also interesting is anyone who's spoken out on him said he's like the best guy ever.
Mhm.
So I
I
don't get
have
that.
seen
Like you
that.
really don't know your neighbor.
Yeah.
You don't know the person, even if you think they're the best guy. But,
I read it.
oh, go ahead.
No, I read a comment too where it was like, he was just feeding the homeless, like last time I saw him or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but he did stop speaking to his family. His family did report him missing in November. I don't know. There's so much more to the story, and I'm very interested to see what happened. And of course, it is a sad thing that someone died. And it is also interesting to see everyone's take on it
I
too.
know, I know, I
It
know.
really is.
Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah. I have Elle crying, you guys. That's my cue. So I'm sorry for the shorter episode, but we wanted to make sure to get an episode. But mommy has to go take care of Elle. I even let Jack stay up and watch TV because he would not sleep. He slept and woke up. So I'm like, oh my
Go
gosh.
take a video of him downstairs. I want to see.
I sent you some snaps of him, like
Oh,
he was
okay.
getting out of his bed. Yeah, he's
Okay.
crazy.
Should we show him? I'm just kidding.
No, I don't want to. I like told him, I was like, if you get out of this couch right now, I was like, you're going right to sleep because you won't sleep. I just knew, Chantel, had I waited for him to sleep, it wouldn't be till like 10:30.
Oh, for sure.
And that's like a no, because he's not feeling well. He has that like really bad cough. All right, Elle's crying. Okay, well,
Bye,
thank you guys
guys.
for listening. Bye, guys.